Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I love these mornings with you. I just have to keep saying this every time I get up in the morning and I sit down and do these videos and think about the people that are watching. I'm just so, just so happy that we've got each other. I was thinking about this as, I was just going through the history of the last 5 years of 60 and Me and how we started, with just like three people. And now we have over 500,000 that we reach every month in our website. And our Facebook group is, I think, 112,000 now. And it's not just the numbers, it's the people. It's the fact that behind all of that are individuals who are truly, getting value from the content that we provide, all of the bloggers that write articles for us, all the, just the ways you share with each other. I just love that dynamic that we've managed to achieve. And it's got nothing really to do with me. It's to do with you. I mean, it's the fact that you have all given this site your heart and soul, and I really do appreciate it. So tell your friends, let them know we're here. We're here for everybody over 60, women in their 50s who are emerging into that 60s generation. They're welcome to, and of course, 70, 80, 90, 100. We have a lady who's 89 who writes some articles for us sometimes, and she is awesome, Pat Young, and we just really welcome you all here. So thank you. Now, tea. I've got my tea this morning. I'm drinking it in my beautiful blue mug. Isn't this lovely? It's a tea called Cleanse. Now, every now and again, I do like to use tea for cleansing purposes, and what I mean by that is just to balance some of the sweet stuff that I eat. Although I've cut back a lot on that, and I know many of you have too. But this one's called just Cleanse. It's a puka tea, and what's really interesting about this tea is that it's you think, oh, it's got peppermint, I think is the one ingredient it says, but when you look at the it's fennel, nettle, and peppermint. But then it's also got dandelion root and licorice root. What else? Peppermint leaf, of course, and nettle. I mean, these are ingredients that you find out in the fields. I mean, they're just natural products, and I think that that's what I love about tea is that it really. It's one plant that is protected almost. I mean, people have tea farms and tea, plantations, and they are just from the earth. They are the things that Mother Nature gives us. And I think that we're learning more now about tea and how, where it comes from, how it's been used in the past. I mean, I remember my son, maybe 5 years ago, this is my chef's son, he used to make nettle tea. He would go out into the field and pick nettles and make nettle tea. And I think there's a whole awareness now of this kind of farm to table, or just this using the natural ingredients. And for me, tea just kind of is I don't know, just like focuses in on the goodness of the earth. So I love my tea, and so that one is a nice one this morning. My cleanse tea, fennel, nettle, and peppermint. And I hope you got a cup of tea or coffee too. So just treat yourself well today. Go out and get yourself something lovely to enjoy. Now, the article I want to chat, or the topic I want to chat to you about today, is something that I guess I do deal with this a lot. And I want to say it's kind of seasonal. Like, I don't always feel this way, but as the dark nights come in, I do find myself finding it hard to end the day with positivity. I just, in the sense that the whole day has maybe been busy, or I've listened to the news pretty much nonstop, or I've, something has happened in the news, or just something has upset me in a way that's not like you can point at it and say that I'm really upset. It's just more that general dis-ease that you wish you could just wave a magic wand and make go away. But anyway, Elizabeth Martin, one of our bloggers, wrote this article about ways to end the day with positivity. 4 ways. And there's no magic silver bullet here. There's nothing that's going to be like the answer for everyone. But there's some ideas here that if you're finding it hard at the end of the day to just unwind, sort of download all that's been going on in your brain and deal with like fears or insecurities or worries that you might have. Here's some things that you might try to do. Okay, first, pretty straightforward. Be aware and careful of what you consume. If you have dinner later than about 7 or 8 o'clock, you're probably going to feel a little bit heavy, and that can make your body just feel a little bit less, sort of sparky and positive. It drags it down a little bit. So eat early and eat a light meal. I always wonder here in Switzerland, people do eat their big meal at lunch, and at nighttime they eat like a soup or something very light. Not always, I mean not everybody, but it seems to be a trend. So I think that's it. Eat early and eat light. Ration your sugary sweets. I know. I mean, I love having a piece of chocolate at night, and so what? Just go for it. But if you ration them and don't put too much sugar into your body before you go to sleep or try to sleep, it will help. It really does give you a temporary lift, but then it kind of dampens the mind. And of course, the other thing to be thoughtful about is alcohol. It's kind of counterintuitive because you think, oh, I'll just have a glass of wine and forget everything, and or at least dull the edges. But of course, again, it's a temporary fix because in the morning you'll have a headache and hangover if you drink a lot. But also at night, it kind of dulls you and puts you maybe in a little bit of a sad mood. So it's really important to watch what you eat. And it's also important, according to Elizabeth, but I know this for sure, is what you watch and what you consume in your body, not just your food. It's the things that you consume in terms of information and news. And I guess the advice here is to not watch too many heavy documentaries, things that are truthful and important, but just kind of sad and depressing for you. It's a tough world, isn't it? Just to deal with all this stuff that's tempting us to be engaged, like important. And also, of course, if you go on Facebook and you've got friends who are kind of those people that are always putting up at the end of the day all their, heavy articles they've written or read, and you just have to be thoughtful about that. So just be careful about what you consume mentally and physically. Maybe watch your news in the daytime and then just turn it off. I watch France 24 is my news channel I always watch, and they have kind of what they call end of day, like a press overview at 7, and that's the last I try to watch of the news. And they have a panel discussion that talks about like the news of the day, and I think that's but it's done from a very kind perspective. It's not a lot of yelling and screaming. I prefer European news for that reason. But anyway, I digress. It's just watch the news and how it's delivered to you. You can tackle the lonesome blues if you're by yourself at night, if the solitude. Sometimes it's just a simple text message. Send it to your family. I honestly, I'm pretty silly about this. I always send a note to my sons, have a great evening. Hope you had a good day. Little hugs and kisses. And for me, just that little text makes me feel better. And they usually come back to me if it's not too late, and with a hug, or hope you're doing great too. So I think that even just ask a little text message hug. I need a hug. Send me hugs. That's okay. Another thing is to invite a friend round for dinner. Just have, or even just like an early a coffee or a tea. Just if you've got a neighbor, someone that is alone too, maybe just say, hey, come on over, half an hour. I know that takes a little bit of effort, but it's important to have some human contact. And it's also important to share, if you can, with people that understand you. So don't, at the end of the day, start reading email or responding to email from people who are super negative. I mean, everyone's got problems, and it's just some people tend to have a bit more edge to them than others. Maybe deal with them in the morning. Just put that in the to do in the morning folder, and look for groups online that you can join. Like Udemy does some really cool talks by different people that I'm interested in, and I listen to TED Talks in the evening. There's a lot of them that are upbeat and beautiful, positive. Most of them are. So TED Talks, TED.com, Udemy. Take a course like Coursera on something that you just love. There's nothing mysterious about it. Just if you like medieval history, just turn on a channel about it and listen. But do something that's not heavy. And then maybe meditate for a bit. That's always something. Or do some yoga. Just grab your yoga video and just look at it and do a couple of exercises. Even the chair yoga. We have a great chair yoga video. And just do something to stretch, relax, de-stress. because stress is what causes you that tension at night. We know this. The other thing, of course, we'll say it again loud and proud, is get moving. Just move, even if you go out for a walk. I know it's dark in the evenings in the winter months, but maybe go out earlier when it's just getting dark, or just even walk around your house. And I have a small house space, so I just walk around, up and down, round and round. And again, do some stretching. If you have a gym that has a dance class in the evening, and you've got maybe someone you can walk with there, go do that. That's good too. But anyway, get moving, do something, watch an online video, watch our yoga videos, do anything, but to keep that body moving. Another thing that Elizabeth mentions, which I think is really powerful in life, and that is ritual. And that is to have some rituals in your bedtime, process. Like, even if it's down to like at 9 o'clock, I'm going to switch off the big lights and I'm going to put on a lamp or a candle, and I'm going to stop like busy activity. I'm going to knit, think, pray, meditate, whatever, and end the day with a dose of loving care. This is what she says. Now, she actually has, she calls it a joy jar, where she puts a little word or just gratitude note and puts it in her joy jar. And it's just a ritual that she has. Another thing is to look in the mirror and give yourself a wink. It's kind of like saying, you and I are in this together, kid. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Give yourself a gentle scalp massage. Practice gratitude, practice words of gratitude. And then she says, finally, cross your arms across your heart, rub your shoulders, and just say out loud, I love you. I love you. Just the way you are. I love you. Give yourself a hug. And that's kind of her ritual that helps her to close her eyes and get to sleep. I think that's kind of cool. I think those are 4 really wonderful ideas for positive ways to sort of deal with the negative thoughts that can pop up at night. I'm sure you've got some too. Do you have an evening ritual that you use every night to get yourself in the mood for sleep? I'd love to know. Leave it in the comments section below. We can have a little conversation, and maybe something that you do will be perfect for another person. Let's be here for each other. Let's wink at each other and say, hey kids, we're in this together. It's going to be okay. All right, everyone. Well, have a wonderful day or evening, wherever you are in yours, and take good care. And I'll see you all back here again soon. Bye-bye for now.